Certainly, we want to welcome everybody to National Night Out. Certainly, we are honored to be able to host this event. We thank God for Mama B and the Langston Hughes Community Center. Let's clap it up. We are grateful to stand with one of the greatest mayors in America. We are so thankful for all of our law enforcement agencies that are out tonight. We're grateful for all of the community organizations in the city of Baltimore that's out. Clap it up for yourselves. We're preparing to receive from our mayor, but one of the things I want to say about our mayor is he absolutely loves Baltimore. Yes, he loves Baltimore. He loves the youth of his city. And one of the things that we've come to learn about this mayor is that he believes in the power of collaboration. He has taken the power and authority and given it to community organizations. And on behalf of Baltimore, Mr. Mayor, thank you for serving us. Thank you for giving us power. Thank you for giving us a voice. If you can clap your hands and give a thunderous applause for the greatest mayor in America, Mayor Brandon Scott.
We all we got?
We all we need.
We all we got?
We all we need.
I'm a test him, Pastor. One life.
It's one too many.
One life.
It's one too many.
All right. If you fail up.
Show up.
If you fail up.
Show up.
All right. We definitely, and we definitely in Park Heights. Thank you, Pastor Burton. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mama B and the team here at Langston Hughes, because we all know that Baltimore is well ready for a National Night Out. So I want to start by thanking Mama B and our brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters, at We Are Us for hosting the kickoff event right here at the historic Langston Hughes as we stand in the shadows of another great Park Heights man and Merville man, George Mitchell. Y'all know me and Mr. George loved each other. We did something together that I think only two of us have ever done. To be both from Park Heights, to be both from Merville, and to both spend years living in St. Mary's County. I don't think anybody other than me and Mr. George have done that. He was a business owner. I was a college student, and Mr. George allowed me to DJ at one of the restaurants. There's a story there. I'll tell you about that later. But it's definitely a story there. But I have the pleasure and honor today to be joined by so many of our friends. We have someone that is probably standing and towering over everybody behind me, our good friend, Congressman Johnny Olszewski Jr., who is fighting every day on behalf of Baltimore and Maryland in the United States Congress. And y'all know he needs 3 prayers a day to do that these days, so please pray for him. And then the best Attorney General in the United States, Anthony Brown, speaking of fighting for democracy. Yes. We have our City Council President Zeke Cohen is with us today. A woman who needs no introduction, especially in these parts of the world, our Council Vice President Sharon Green Middleton. Our Comptroller Bill Henry. Our Sheriff Sam Cogan is here today. Bill's kind of short. He's in the back. I can hear him, though. Major General Burkhead with the Maryland National Guard. Let's give her a big round of applause. Our Police Commissioner, Commissioner Worley, is here. Special Agent in Charge of FBI, Bill Del Bagno, is here. Our Deputy State's Attorney, Catherine Flynn, is here. We're in Park Heights, so you know LifeBridge Health is going to be in the building. We know they're always going to be here. The Center for Hope is here. Monsi is here. All my cabinet members, make some noise for yourselves. There's too many of y'all. Our city administrator, our solicitor, because she keeps me out of trouble, always have to give her a big shout out. But we know that we also have the 41st District delegation here. Senator Attar is here. I know Delegate Ruff, my Park Heights brother, is here. He didn't go to the best Park Heights school. We'll leave him. We're going to leave him alone on that. He didn't go to Malcolm X or Dr. King, but I still love him. I still love him. But most importantly, our neighbors in the community right here in my beloved Park Heights, because we are here with a common purpose. We know that National Night Out is a time for communities and those who serve them and with them to gather, build relationships, and also have a good time. This spirit of togetherness, of unity, is a key part of how I know Pastor Burton did a lot of giving me congratulations, but we as a city, as a village, have managed to achieve historic reductions in violent crime over these past few years. We know that as we are talking right now, Baltimore has 84 homicides, which is one too many for me, but it's still the lowest number that we've had at this point of the year on record, which is something that Baltimore should be proud of together. But we're not just going to stop there. Homicides are down an additional 25% this year, and non-fatal shootings are down an additional 16% this year. But it's not just there, because some folks will have you thinking that it's just homicides and shootings. But as I often say, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Robberies are down 24%. Auto thefts are down 35%. Carjackings are down 15%. And we know we have a long way to go. You'll hear a lot of talk in the media, certain sections of the media, about who deserve credits for these reductions. It's always, a lot of times, it's always folks out in the county who want us, no disrespect, county executive, congressman, congressman, who think they know what's best for Baltimore. But I'm here to tell you that Baltimore and Baltimore's communities and neighborhoods know what's best for Baltimore. You hear them spin the numbers. You hear them say moving the goalposts. First, homicides were the most important thing. Then it's like cats in an alley or some craziness. But we all know that in order for the city to be the best improved version of itself that it can be, we first have to have our neighbors alive. And that's something that we're going to continue to push. And the truth is that there is no silver bullet. There is no magic solution that has gotten us this far. It's all of us, all of the partners, our comprehensive violence prevention plan, everybody working, from the people who are out there doing that frontline work, whether they are the women and men of our police department who do a fabulous job, our folks in our neighborhoods in the CVI world, like the Brothers of We Are Us, those in Safe Streets, in Roca, and YAP, all these organizations who are working together. Everybody that you see represented here under one unified strategy to deal with this issue that has plagued Baltimore for so long. All of us should be celebrated because we all have achieved these drops thus far, but we also should just recognize how far we have to go together. Because while much has changed, it still hasn't changed for enough. As we always say, one life
Is one too many.
Thank you. And with that, I will pass it to a gentleman who I had the pleasure of working with all the time when he was in a different role, but now he directly represents me in the city, and I am so happy that he is there to bring some executive level sense to Congress. My good friend, John Yoseski Jr.
All right.
All right, let's do a little better for Mayor Scott than that, everybody. Come on. When I had the privilege of working with Mayor Scott as Baltimore County Executive, we used to joke that I was the center and he was the point guard. And I think we made a pretty good team then, and I know we make a damn good team now. I just want to echo what the mayor said. It is an absolute pleasure and an honor to officially represent the city of Baltimore in the United States Congress. Park Heights, you look amazing. Baltimore, you look amazing. And what's been so fun to see, both in my time as county executive, as a regional partner, but more importantly now as a member of Congress, is to see the ways in which Baltimore, you are on the move. Baltimore, you are on the rise.
Yes.
You are rising, Baltimore. You are conquering. And you're doing it because I'm going to take a little exception. You are all that you need, but you're not all that you got.
That's right.
Because you've got so many people who love you and who are here with you and alongside you. And I know that you can do it without that extra help and that support, but you are surrounded by the faith community, and Pastor, thank you. You are surrounded by community leaders. You are surrounded by government at all levels, at least those that represent you here in Maryland, I should say. But I just want to say what a privilege and honor it is, because this is a night that's more than coming together and having cookouts and connecting with police and fire, and that's important. But this is about lifting up the community. But as the mayor said, you all have been lifting up community for years, and the proof is in the pudding now, because people are seeing the resiliency, the strength, the tenacity of Park Heights and of Baltimore, and I couldn't be more proud to work with you in this moment and to see that progress, despite the fact that you have people at the federal level who want to cut health care, who want to take away food supports, who want to make energy more expensive. We will continue to stand with you. I'm going to continue to work with this amazing mayor and friend of mine, the delegation here, as we continue to lift up this incredible city and see and watch this awesome Renaissance story. In that work, I'm lucky to have another partner myself. He is fighting with me every day. We are saying that we're standing up to some of the insanity in Congress. We're standing up to the insanity in the community, but we're also doing it in the courts. And perhaps no one is doing that better than Maryland's Attorney General, my friend, our next speaker, Anthony Brown.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Johnny O. And let me say how much we do miss you on the ground in Maryland, in Baltimore County, but we know that you're doing important work on Capitol Hill and never too far from the community. I spent time myself on Capitol Hill. I think Johnny O got it right. He used the word, I did, the I word. It's insane up there. But the way you maintain your sanity, the way you go home every night knowing that you're making a difference is staying focused on your communities, on your constituents and your neighbors, and that's exactly what he does. So a round of applause for Johnny Olszewski. I want to thank the mayor and his leadership. You know, I wake up every day in Prince George's County. Until about 3 years ago, I worked most days in Annapolis. That was before Capitol Hill. But nowadays, Monday through Friday, I'm in Baltimore. That's where my office is. And I have the privilege of working with the mayor and his team, with the commissioner and his team, with the community in the work that we do together to enhance public safety. So congratulations on the numbers. As the mayor says, the kudos go out to everyone, and particularly members of the community who play such an important role. So I want to thank everyone for being here this afternoon. Look around. I see neighbors talking with officers. I see kids after they finish beating those drums so hard it was beating my eardrums, getting high fives from police. Young people here. It's wonderful. I see community leaders and law enforcement side by side, and that's what real public safety looks like. Because here's the truth: we can't arrest our way out of every problem. Safety starts with trust. Trust starts with relationships, and relationships start with nights like this. That's why our office, the Office of the Attorney General, we don't just prosecute cases, we build partnerships. Through Mayor Scott's group violence reduction strategy, we're working shoulder to shoulder with Baltimore Police to break the cycle of violence before it starts. Through our Maryland Equitable Justice Collaborative, we're bringing voices from every corner of our communities together to the table, because it is the people who live here who know best about what safety looks like and what it requires. When we listen to each other, when we work together, when we see each other as neighbors first, that's when real change happens. So to every officer here tonight, thank you. Your courage makes our communities possible. To every parent, every grandparent, every young person who chose to be here, thank you. Your presence says that safety isn't someone else's job, it's all of our jobs. So here's what I'm asking. Don't let tonight be the only night. Keep these conversations going, keep building these bridges, and keep showing up for each other. Because when we stand together, neighbors and officers, families and first responders, there's no challenge we can't face, and no community we can't protect, and no future we can't build. That's the Baltimore I believe in, and that's the Maryland we're building together. So I want to thank you, and it is truly my honor to bring to the podium my partner, my client, my colleague in uniform. Oh, I don't wear it anymore. I gave that up 10 years ago. From Maryland's Eastern Shore, she is an extraordinary military officer, an extraordinary community leader. She's an outstanding soldier. Give it up for Major General Burkhead.
Park Heights, woo! I am so glad to be here with you all. National Night Out. But you know what? In this community, every day is National Night Out. You are on the ground doing it. And I know we have young people from your community who join the National Guard every day. And I love that. I love that. So please keep encouraging them. On behalf of the Moore Miller administration and Governor Moore, who couldn't be here with you today, I bring you greetings. He understands how important this community is and how important community activities like these are. And I call it an activity, but it's not really. It's a way of life. So I want you to continue to be here, to invest, uplift the community. We have civic leaders here today. We have community leaders. We have elected officials. But they'll go home, right? And you'll be here. Know that the National Guard is in your community, here to support. Please call on us. Please send your young people. When I walked in the gate, young man said to me, I want to join and do what you do. I was like, what's your name? Here's my card. Got my personal number on it. Call me, because I want to talk to you. I said, what do you want to do? He's like, I want to fly airplanes. I got some of those. So, so I got to get my recruiting pitch in. So anybody who wants to come along for the ride, please feel free to connect. Thank you so much. And I will be followed by a partner, someone we're working with in Baltimore City to make sure our public city is safe and our public is taken care of. Commissioner Worley, please.
All right.
Thank you. General, I think they were talking about BPD and helicopters.
I've got like 20. How many do you have?
We don't have that many. We'll have 20.
Yeah, but see, our guys land and run the pools and save people. So thank you all for being here. This is the way that we're going to continue to drive down the violence and continue to drive down the numbers. One of the parts that everyone misses is all the partnerships can be great back here, but without the community, we're never going to continue the downward trend of homicides and shootings. So keep up the good work, keep your confidence in us, and I don't know why I always get the hard name to introduce. I have to introduce FBI Special Agent in Charge Del Bagno.
That was right.
That was good.
That was good. Well done.
Commissioner Worley knocked it out. Del Bagno, I keep it difficult for the FBI. So, Bill Del Bagno with the FBI. It's great to be here tonight with you. This is an opportunity that we look forward to every year to connect with the community. We're around at many different places here in Baltimore. This is my second time around doing this and living here in the city as well and trying to make the place as safe as possible. And the only way that we do that is with our partners. And our partners standing shoulder and shoulder here, but our partners also with the community. We're in the midst of a national operation, which is called Operation Summer Heat, and we are looking to drive all that effort towards violent crime and driving down violent crime, something that we're seeing here in Baltimore and getting it done every day with our partners. So thank you so much to everyone that's participating. I now have the pleasure of introducing the council president, Zeke Cohen.
All right.
That man's name is not that hard to pronounce. Del Bagno. That's it. Look, it is great to be with you all. And let's just be real clear. Baltimore is winning in this moment. And we are winning because we are seeing unprecedented collaboration. You heard it tonight. City government, state government, federal government. Most importantly, our partners in community. We are us. Everybody who is fueling this anti-violence movement in our city. All of us standing together. This is what a united Baltimore looks like. And I want to share this quick anecdote because, Madam Vice President, I taught in a school not too far from here, and it was one of those schools that didn't have heat, air conditioning, drinkable potable water, school with bars on the windows so you couldn't see any natural light. It was the kind of place that, to my eyes, looked more like a prison than like a school. And I remember thinking, Mr. Mayor, if we are sending our children to places that look like prisons to try to get an education, what is our expectation for what they will become? And I am proud to say, almost 20 years later, that we have fully rehabbed, rebuilt 42 Baltimore City public schools. We are continuing We are continuing to show our young people that they matter, and that's why it was so great to have the marching band out tonight and all these young people engaging with law enforcement with us here tonight, because their voices matter, their opinions matter. In Baltimore City, our young people and all of our communities are leading the public safety work with us. It is nothing but an honor to be here tonight. It is now my great honor to introduce my good friend, Brandon and my mentor, Vice President Sharon Green Middleton. Whoop. Just kidding. Program note, it is now my great honor to introduce my good friend. He may not be Brandon or my mentor, but he's our friend, our comptroller, Bill Henry. Give it up for Bill.
Bill was trying to hit the mentor.
I have to say I'm stunned. I really thought he considered me a mentor.
I love you. I love you, man.
Let me tell you, when you ask people what your favorite summer holiday is, most people say the 4th of July. I say National Night Out. And I say National Night Out is my favorite summer holiday because it's all well and good to celebrate the birth of the country, but I'm from Baltimore. And Baltimore is a city of neighborhoods. And this is a night where we get to show off neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community, the strengths that make us absolutely incredible. And that's why I am proud to be here, standing with all my colleagues, some of whom consider me a mentor, some of whom don't. But I also want to take this opportunity to call up Pastor Burton, Dr. Daniels? Dr. Daniels and Kat Muhammad to present this citation. And I'm only going to read a little bit of it. This citation is awarded to We Our Us movement, recognizing We Are Us for hosting this National Night event. All are invited to join me in special recognition, but I like reading this part with a different voice. Given under my hand and the great seal of the city of Baltimore this 5th day of August, in the year of our Lord, 2025, Bill Henry, Comptroller, City of Baltimore. Okay, and with that, I would like to bring up the mayor and the council president's mentor and my good friend and longtime colleague, Council Vice President Sharon Middleton.
Thank you. I feel like I'm mentor to everyone in here at this stage of the work that we do. Everything has been said, the partnerships, the collaboration, faith-based, government, all the nonprofits like Park Heights Renaissance that are the lead master developers of this neighborhood. But I want to just get a little deeper and remind you, we are here in this particular place for a reason. This is one of the places where, when I first became a council person, a lot of things started happening, particularly in the 6th District, and affected the whole city. We started closing PAL centers. They started closing rec centers. We started seeing some of our faith-based churches, corner churches disappearing. Lots of just resources taken away. We have not had a library in a very long time, a major resource and learning facility in all of Baltimore, but particularly in this community that represented 30, 40,000 people. Just imagine, in over 20 years, not one library, our main resource. I'm just so thankful that we are now getting that library. Thank you, Mayor Brandon Scott, for understanding and working with me. Thank you for the people putting you in for a second term, because we in Baltimore have not had a second term mayor in many years. And that was another reason of things being taken away from us. But this building is so significant to me because of that wonderful man that's on that mural there, and I'm sure he's looking down at all of us. But he was my partner when this building closed, and we walked these streets trying to keep the school open and knew what was eventually going to happen. But I swore to that man that this building would stay open and service the community. And we have worked together with our mayor and all the other council members. This is one school that just meant so much to this community. And I want to thank Mama B, I want to thank Charmaine Davis and all the board of this building. You have been doing phenomenal things for a long time, very long time, with a little bit of money. But it takes volunteerism. It takes working with the police department. It takes working with the fire department. All these entities that are before us. The comptroller, which is, his office is in charge of some of these buildings now. Some of them. But, but you are a part of those decisions too. But more importantly, it takes the community to step up, and boy, did you step up with this building, and it's being noticed. And we are still here to support you. The wonderful things that are going on, the learning that's taking place, the small library that started right here, and just to show the need that we needed a full service Pratt Library. Thank you for all the extra donors. I keep bringing up this library because that's what I grew up on. That's what helped to make me successful. And it has to be here. I look on some of social media, and honestly, there are people that think this library is a waste of money. How can you say a library is a waste of money? It's a community hub. We have improvements in our rec centers. If you have not been to Towanda and that aquatic center that this mayor worked hard for and his team to get, you need to take a trip there. The people in Park Heights are just starting to understand why that piece was put here, and all the other pieces of the puzzle that makes a strong community where we can live, thrive, and work together. And when they took away those PAL centers to break away our respect and partnerships with the police department, that hurt us. That hurt us tremendously. But I can honestly say every single building in this community is being serviced. The resources are there. And Mayor Scott made sure that those things continue, and they will continue. And Park Heights, you have the most resilience. You are a resilient community. I remember, and I'll say this last thing, my very first introduction, and it's interesting, the library is going to be on Woodland and Park Heights. My first walk, when I first ran, there was a liquor store right not far away. And 2 minutes before I walked in there was a shooting. The man passed away. That was my first witness of someone dying from a gunshot wound. Drugs gone bad. All of this stuff is related, and we need to continue to wrap our arms around all of our public safety officials. We need to continue the work, and it's going to take every single one of us to do this. Please work with our mayor. Continue to work with him and his team. This is hard work, and we do have people that are trying to stop this success. But we as a people, we have to continue to work together. And I know my sleeves are still rolled up, and I know, God rest his soul, my husband, Glenard S. Middleton, has put some strength into me to work and carry on the messages that he has always tried to give to every single elected official, every single neighborhood, and just government altogether. So all that to say, thank you all. And on that note, I think behind me is Sheriff Sam Cogan. You're up next.
Good evening, everyone. So, echoing what she said, my mother worked for the library system, right? And I grew up as a library kid, and I know how important that is and what great things that does for the community. So, this is going into my 30th year in law enforcement in Baltimore City, and I look at National Night Out and what it's become. And it's much bigger now than it's ever been. And what that is it's the community associations and the people of Baltimore reaching out to us, right, behind me and besides me, reaching out to law enforcement and saying, I want to know you, I want your help, come into my community to do good work and to keep me safe. Because that's what every community deserves. Every community in Baltimore City deserves to be safe. They deserve to have public safety that's there for them, serving them. They deserve to have a mayor's office and a city council and an attorney general and a president of the city council and people in Congress who are here and believe in everyone's individual right to be safe in their community. And that's why I think National Night Out is so successful, because regular people get to come out and they get to see the people who are supposed to serve them, and they have their hopes and beliefs that we're going to do that we are going to be the ones who make things safe for them and help them, right? And we have to have this partnership with them. We don't just get this. It's not a gift that's given to us. We have to earn the respect of the community. And so I love this night. This is a great night for me to go out and to engage with people, regular people who put their trust and belief in me to be the sheriff, right? And to try to help them and say, I'm here for you. This is who I am, right? And so, again, I think National Night Out is a wonderful concept. I think Baltimore City has really run with it. You know, National Night Out started in 1984 in Lower Merion, right outside of Philadelphia, where Kobe Bryant was from. First National Night Out, just people sat in their house and turned their lights on. And look where we are now, right? Look at what we have here. We have the mayor out here. We have everyone out here to support you, right? And so I hope we earn your trust this year as we move forward. I know I'm going to try to do it, and thank you. And with that, I'm going to introduce Senator Dahlia Tarr.
So they tell me that I'm what's standing between you all and partying, and our Vice President, Sharon Middleton, already stole everything that I was going to say. So I just want to say, first of all, welcome to District 41. It truly is my honor to be the senator of this district, and I'm so happy to have everyone out here celebrating. One of my first National Night Outs was here with George Mitchell. I remember he truly was a mentor to so many, and to myself as well. When I started first campaigning, he just taught me, he took me in and helped me. So it's just an honor to be standing here with everyone. I generally, when I'm standing here speaking on National Night Out, I talk about collaboration. I don't need to, because you look behind me and it speaks for itself. So enjoy the night. I'm also standing between the press asking questions of the mayor. Again, welcome to District 41 and have a good time tonight.
Thank you, Senator. I'm glad that the comptroller is back here with us now. We thought that he went out to the crowd because he wasn't a mentor, but we're glad to see him. Glad to see him back. And then we also, the council vice president has the unique ability of giving out this thing called Park Heights passes, and she gave out one to the councilman from the 8th District, Paris Gray. Give him a round of applause for joining us. And now we will go to our friends in the press, but I'm going to let our friends in the press know there's about 300 members of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority waiting for me a little further down in Park Heights. And if I am late, I will be sending them to find you, not me.
Any members of the press?
That means you, Keith, because you got that smile on your face. And you know how, all right, you know not to mess with no Deltas.
Members of the press, if you have a question, you can come to the mic here for on-topic and brief questions. Please come to this mic.
I'll kick us off, Mayor. Good evening. Just a question on, you've said one life is one too many. I've heard you say that numerous times. But what do you say to the people in the city who might not be feeling safe in their neighborhoods because there is still violent crime?
Yeah, I think that, listen, no matter what city you go to in America, there is violent crime. And we have to continuously work every day, all of us, to make sure that more and more people are safe. And that comes in a variety of ways, right? That's removing illegal guns off the streets of Baltimore. We took 2,500 last year, 2,500 the year before, and we're going to probably hit that number again. That means having clearing more cases, as the police department has been increasing their clearance rate to be higher than I can ever remember it being. That means making sure that we continue to work with our community organizations like We Are Us and others to work with the community to help them build safety. Because when people have that deep involvement, when people have that understanding that they are too a part of it, a part of something that's greater than themselves, then that's when you feel it. But we all know, history will tell you that perception often travels behind reality. And we know that we are now hitting this stride. But I'm going to also say that we as in the city, and in particular members of the media, we also have to start to talk about the good as much as we talk about the bad. Because we all know if we had an historic rise in homicides, that would be the leading news story every night. Shocker to no one in the community that having the lowest numbers on record is not the leading news story every night. And we have to tell that story just with the same vigor and energy as we tell the negative. The same thing goes when it happens with stuff with our young people or whoever, right? We know that I would, for example, just happened to attend the largest college-bound foundation luncheon in the history of this organization last week. And dare I say, you had young people who are going off to Princeton, Duke, St. Mary's, University of Maryland, all of these young people. But their stories are not the ones that get told over and over again. We have to have that balance as we all continue to work together to continue to drop down violence.
And just one follow-up, if I can. I know that the group violence reduction strategy has been the main strategy from the police department and the city. Obviously, tonight is a national campaign, right? Yeah. A lot of cities are doing this. But what is Baltimore City doing on a daily basis to keep this going?
Well, this what you see is you heard from everybody today. This partnership is not just today. This is every day, right? Every single day, our law enforcement partners are working together. Our community violence intervention partners are working together. And I just want to be very clear about this, that is a Baltimore strategy. That's our comprehensive violence prevention strategy. But my brother and sister mayors in other cities are doing the exact same thing in their city. Whether it's Birmingham or Chicago or Philadelphia, all of us are tailoring these things that have been proven to work over time in places around the country to our own neighborhoods with our own communities to implement them.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, just to follow up really quickly behind my colleague, basically on the same point, we're talking to other residents, and in particular, some in Federal Hill who have seen some recent violence, and including the shooting of a 39-year-old mother and wife shot down just over a week ago. What do you say to those residents, despite the numbers trending in the right direction in terms of homicide numbers and shootings? What do you say to those residents who simply say they just don't feel safe?
Well, I understand, Keith. I would just tell you to run the answer that I just gave her. But nothing else am I going to say different than I've already said. You have the footage, and that we're going to work in every neighborhood every day to deal with violence, no matter who's perpetrating it, no matter where they are. I don't care if it's in Park Heights, in Federal Hill, or down the hill. We're going to make sure that we're working in the way that we've already laid out today to continue to drive it down.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir. Anybody else? All right, now we can party.
All right.